Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the jungle. Nobody's here yet, but I'm gonna start talking anyway because why not, baby? We're gonna be playing that Yoshi's Island because that's the same thing I do every day, Pinky. I need to get this video loaded up though. I would appreciate if it started working. Oh, it's working now. Okay, great. Wonderful. Okay. What day is it? Sunday? Yep, it's Sunday. Okay. Let's play. What up, Marie Fisher? Welcome to the second live stream of the day. Welcome, Harp and Whiskers, Sanwar and Xing Chen. Oh man, we got multiple repeat viewers for the day. Well, for those of you who were aware, we did a Patreon stream today where we debuted the new episode of the YouTube video show Adventure Archives. It is titled the Simul Hike episode. I don't know, should we just name it that? I don't know. I haven't thought about the title at all. I hate having to think about titles, man, but they matter so much. Titles and thumbnail. You gotta have good ones. Oh, and also, thinking about playing the Metal Gear Solid series. Somebody suggested that the other day, and I thought that was a great idea. Because that's a game I could still play, but it has big breaks for story. But I don't know if well, some of those breaks for story are really long. I don't know if that would actually be a good stream game or not. Welcome, Dan. Dan, I just sent out a package to you today. Check your Patreon messages for the tracking number. Oh, you got your Mister already. Nice. Charlie Jade, welcome. Louis or Louis. Thank you for joining. I don't know about that. Obi-Wan and A. Brown. Welcome, everybody. You know what's really funny is I'm going to be doing some sort of panel for the Long Island Retro Game Expo. I still don't know exactly what I'm going to be doing. And the guy who invited me to do it said, oh yeah, you'd be perfect for this. And I was like, when he sent the offer, I literally said to him, dude, I am like the least qualified person imaginable to do this. I don't even have a gaming channel. Are you sure this is what you want? It's like, oh yeah, man, your videos are so cool. And I'm like, they are? Like, cool? Like, good or not is a different question, but cool? I just feel like, man, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, but I've never thought I was cool. Like, all of my... I said that before in some video or summer haul. Sorry, guys. Sorry for the baby crying. I gotta play better. I was like, dude, nobody would ever accuse my videos of being cool. But apparently some people do. Just picked up some GameCube games. There's a Batman Begins game for GameCube? Ooh, mama. We gotta be careful here, guys. Those spikes are insta-death. Lorenzo, yes! It is the time of Corona. It is the time of the stream. Just lately, it was just like... After I get done with my work for the day, which today I didn't really have any, I'm just like, well, I don't know what else I'm going to do today. So streaming just kind of comes to the top of the list. I don't know why. I don't know why I swallowed a fly. perhaps she'll die. What a morbid song, dude. Is that even a song? Also, Sandwar, I know what you mean, man. Some days you just browse. You know what? The YouTube algorithm is simultaneously excellent, and it's surprising how good it is, and simultaneously terrible. Because you'll just keep scrolling through, and it shows you videos that you've already watched like 3 times. It's like, yeah, this is great and all, guys, but I've already watched this video, and I've even told you. Like, you can click the little 3 dots and say, oh, yeah, I don't want to watch this. And then it says, tell us why. And you say, because I've seen it already. And then, like, a month later, it's like, would you be interested in this video? I'm like, no, I would not. I saw it already. Although, you know why they probably do it? Or it probably does it? It's because it works. Like, I'm sure there's been many videos that I've watched again because it recommended to me. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll watch it. I'll watch it. Why not? Oh, man, what if you could tune it? You could say, show me more new stuff. Or show me stuff you know that I would like, even if it's old. That's a possibility. Oh, there's nothing down here. Isn't that sproing one of the best sounds in the history of not just video games, but maybe sound effects, period? A good sproing sound effect is really good. It's like the opposite of this baby crying right now. You could talk about gaming and how it got you interested in the outdoors. Don't know if that would be interesting for you. Yeah, I guess I could speak to that. Well, I'll tangentially speak to that. The first time we went to Hocking Hills, which is just this pretty cool hiking place in Ohio. It's not backpacking or anything, but my brother went camping, like right after he got out of college, I think. And then he posted some pictures and he's like, oh yeah, you guys would love it. You should come with me. And we'll go camping sometime. So me, Andrew, Brian, and him went camping. And the biggest revelation was that places like that existed at all. Where am I supposed to go here? Oh, it's just the coins. It's the coins. Because in our minds up until that point, places like that only existed in video games. It was kind of like the first time I went to Japan was kind of the same feeling in that you look at like cool environments from Japanese video games and you're like, where are they getting these ideas? Then you just go walk around Tokyo and you're like, oh, it's just like an extrapolation of what Japanese cities look like. Extrapolation? Is that the word I'm looking for? A transmutation? Wow, these levels are hard, man. They hide all sorts of stuff. But yeah, that just became like, but ever since that point, when we realized that places like that exist in the real world and video games copy it, then we're like, oh, that makes so much more sense. I know we still say all the time, like, oh man, this is just like a video game. But that's just because for the first like 20 some years of our lives, well, not Andrew, but me and Brian at least, we thought that it was only in fantasy land. Didn't realize that it happened in real life. Dun, 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 dun. Welcome back, Jason. Duraja Boops. That's a good name. Thank you. Oh, you know, what if I put the chat right in front of the TV? Maybe then I could still play and read the chat at the same time. Oh, yeah. Hey, that kind of works. All right. So the thumbnail for this video comes from, if you go to patreon.com/adventure, You don't even need to sign up to see this video. In fact, it is the call to action video for our Patreon. It makes sense in the context of the video, so you just have to watch it. But basically, it's a recreation of the scene from Star Wars where Han shoots Greedo. And I'm playing one of the spacebar patron people. Spacebar patrons? Yeah, spacebar patrons. So if you look at that, you could give me a Star Wars name. Not you specifically, but I mean, somebody watching that video could give me a Star Wars name and be like, oh yeah, that's like Dengar Boobenblocks or something. Dengar is a Star Wars character name already. YouTube algorithm good for you right now. That's good. I like it when it works in my favor. Actually, it's kind of funny because I don't think the algorithm takes into account whether you own the channel or not. Because lots of times it'll recommend me Adventure Archives videos. Not too often does it recommend me my vlog videos. But it's weird. It's so weird how sometimes it'll recommend you stuff for weeks and then just decide, oh, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna show you those anymore. Like when I was watching running videos for a while, I watched all these running videos, and then the algorithm would keep showing them to me, and then one day it just stopped. I never get running videos anymore. Showing me a lot of Canon R5 videos right now. And a few Conan O'Briens, because yesterday I watched a number of Conan O'Briens with Jordan Schlansky. Which those videos, I mean, that's, oh man, that explains it. I was just saying, it's like, why are they showing you repeat videos? It's because of the Jordan Schlansky's and Conan O'Briens of the world. I've rewatched those Conan traveling videos so many times. Oh, mama. And every time the algorithm shows it to me, I'm like, yeah, why not? We can watch it again. Yeah, I'll watch another Conan. And every single time I laugh like it's the first time I saw it. I watched the one with him and Jordan Schlansky at the Olive Garden. Oh, that's good times, man. I can honestly say I've been to Olive Garden maybe once. I'm sure it's a perfectly cromulent restaurant. But it's probably worthy of being made fun of. I mean, there's lots of stuffs like that. It's, you gotta be self-aware, man. That's the key. Is to know just how ridiculous whatever it is you're selling. What are you selling? What are you buying? Marie Fisher. I'm looking at the chat now. Hold on. Sanwar, you've played a grand total of 1 hour of video games in your life? Wow. It's so weird what people are like drawn to when they're younger. For me, like the first time I saw anime, right? Or even like computer graphics. Like there used to be these, I've talked about these before. I really should try to look them up to see exactly what they were. But back in the day when it was only antenna TV, you'd flip through the TV and then you'd find like weird channels, like channel 47 or something. Actually, 47 might have been the box. The box was this music video channel that you could call into. Oops. That you could call into and request a music video. Ooh. But as a kid, you never pay for any of the music videos yourself. It was like $2 or something. So you'd always just have to rely on other people to call in for the song that you wanted. And back then, the most popular song was Regulator by Nate Dogg and Warren G. Look it up. It's actually a good song. But whenever me and my brother would want to see that song, we'd turn it on. And just like before you turn the TV on, you have to like hope and pray that somebody ordered it. So it's like, do you have the magic touch? And then sometimes you turn it on and Regulator would be playing. You'd be like, yes, we did it. But that wouldn't happen all the time. But sometimes you'd go to like channel, you know, whatever, 47, okay? Some weird channel. And then just randomly, they'd be playing like this 30-minute early 90s or 90s CG video, which is like robots and like weird stuff happening. It wasn't anime style or anything, but it was just CG visuals. And that stuff immediately, it's like a moth going to a light. Whenever I saw that, oh my God, what is that? What is this? We got to watch this right now. And the same thing, you could be flipping channels and just see a single frame of animation from an anime. And immediately you're like, oh my God, I got to do whatever I can to find out what this is and watch this right now. What does that do? There's nothing there. Man, ain't that about a bee? Getting 100% on this is really difficult. Daraja Boops, it's my cat's name. Boops is... I'm probably never going to have an animal. But if I had an animal, Boops would be high on the list of names for my animal. Uh-oh. Crap. I just closed the video. Oh, somebody linked it. Okay. Oh, yeah, thank you. Thank you, Maria Fisher. Oh, Harp and Whiskers, that's a good idea. I haven't made my poor mother, try to play video games in a long time. Oh my God, dude. She made a valiant attempt to learn how to play Minecraft so she could play with her grandkids. Woo! It was a valiant attempt. Let me just remember 3 of them. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Yeah, see, that's the thing is you try to bite off more than you can chew. And you say, oh man, I could remember all of them. No, no, no. You just got to remember 1 or 2 of them. Oh my God, no. Okay. I thought it was that one. Is it not that one? Is it this one? Woo! Okay. I can cheat. Okay, I see the other ones. Okay, I see the other ones. Don't you worry about that. I keep you hustling for that. So you like doing that too. Dipping the fries in the shake? Hell yeah. No, hells yeah. Well, then you better start selling. Okay, now we gotta guess. I'ma guess upper right. Ooh! Got them all, baby. Okay, what was I saying? Oh, 10 up. 10 up. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, my mom made a valiant effort to play Minecraft. But man, dual stick control, that's... Whew. That's a high bar for somebody who doesn't play anything. Oh, Dan, Metal Gear Solid 5. Good God. That game has good gameplay. Not the best story. I didn't like the story. BJ, regulators mount up. It's so funny, dude. Growing up, there was 3 stations. There's basically 3 stations, right? There was 96.3. That was the rap and hip hop station. There was 99.5, for lack of a better way to say it. Well, maybe I just won't say it that way. 99.5 was, you know, rock and alternative, okay? And then, what was the other one? 97.1, that was kind of like the adults' easy listening station, but that was sort of 107.9 as well. Okay, so this was before the internet, when I really listened to the radio. I remember at one birthday party, sleepover that I had every birthday, I remember me and my neighbor Brandon, we were singing the Hey Yolanda song when it came on the radio. I should look that song up. I can't remember what it sounds like beyond those lyrics. But anyways, I mostly listened to 96.3. And every now and then you'd have a song that I really, really liked, like Regulators. And then I would try to listen to the other stations too, and I would try to listen to 96.3. I tried to listen to all the stations, right? But I just didn't like any of the music, for the most part. There would be songs I would find. I remember, like, when Master P, what do they call it? No Limit Records? When they were really big, I would try to listen to the other songs besides the big singles, right? So what was the big one that Master P was? Make 'Em Say, And that song, even that song, I was like, well, this is pretty good. It's not great. And I would try to listen to the other songs, like Mystical had one song that I really liked, but I can't remember what it was. So then I bought a CD, and I tried to listen to that CD and enjoy it. But just all the songs, I was just like, dude, I literally don't even understand what they're talking about. I couldn't recite a single lyric from any one of... Oh, we should talk about Coolio in a second, though. Couldn't recite a single one of the lyrics now. That's the type of impression they made. I couldn't even cite the subject matter, or like recite the subject matter. No idea. I'm sure it was something vapid. Is it vapid or vapid? Either way. Yeah, well, quick diversion to Coolio real quick. I did really like Coolio's music. Which is funny because one of the complaints I had as a kid was every time I liked a song, I would find out that the song was actually based on another song, or it was just sampling the song. So like, I'll See You When You Get There, I'm like, oh man, that's just Paco Bell's Canon in D. I love me some Paco Bell Canon in D. I didn't care so much about I'll See You When You Get There. It was Paco Bell Canon in D. Am I thinking of the right song? One of Coolio's songs samples that. Anyway. Okay, long story short, video game music, though, has always appealed to me from the very beginning. Like the Secret of Mana soundtrack, come on, man. The thing is I just had no way of acquiring the music. And then my cousins, who were slightly older than me, they had a tape recorder with a line in. Oops. And they recorded the entire Secret of Mana soundtrack, and then they dubbed it for me. I'll never forget, because the ending track, they recorded it for like literally 30 minutes, because I think when they got to that one, they pressed record and then they just left. Oh man, that feels good. So, anyways, that was a huge revelation. Oh, did I miss that thing? Yeah, I think I did. Well, anyways, we'll pause the story there. I'm going to catch up on the chat real quick. Evo Silva, welcome. Thank you for the Patreon support in the future. Or just watching, if you decide not to, no problem. Joshua Mullins, welcome. It's impossible to play and read the chat at the same time. It's not possible. Okay, but to continue the story. So the type of music that I actually liked was always there. It was just acquiring it and hearing more of it was much more difficult. But I remember if you told people that you liked video game music, just at that age, you know, people are just like, for some reason, that makes like people give a rat's ass about that. You know how you say like, I don't give a rat's ass, and then people somehow give a rat's ass what type of music you listen to? Like, when people tell me what music they like, it gives me an idea of their tastes, okay? Just like their tastes in media in general. And oftentimes that will be an indicator of how like-minded you are. But as far as whether I would judge somebody based on the type of music they like, impossible. Don't care at all. It means nothing for your character. It only means something for the taste that you have. I don't really judge people for bad taste because my favorite movies on the planet are Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. Not just Arnold Schwarzenegger movies, but Arnold Schwarzenegger movies are fantastic, man. Total Recall, love it. Conan the Barbarian, love it. True Lies, fantastic. Are they good movies? Some of them. Some of them are good movies. True Lies is a legitimately good movie. James Cameron, man. Say what you will about the guy, but he can make an entertaining movie. Anyway, okay, so the internet. The internet, man. Okay, well, first of all, who in the chat does not know what the internet was like before cable modems? And if you don't even know what a cable modem is, then you don't know what the internet was like before the cable modems. If you just think modem, yeah, I need a modem for my internet. If you did not dream about getting a cable modem, and if you weren't like astonished when somebody told you like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be getting I remember, I'll never forget it. Brian's friend, whose name was Ryan, interestingly. He was like, we were talking on AOL Instant Messenger, and he was like, oh yeah, I'm getting a cable modem. I'm gonna be permanently hardwired into the internet. And I was like, what are you talking about, hardwired into the internet? I was like, oh yeah, you know, your connection's always on when you have a cable modem. And I was like, what? How's that possible? I was like, that's just how it works. You could just have a connection all the time. And I was like, oh my God, dude, what? So anyways, started out with a dial-up modem. And then the MP3 was invented. The MP3 was transformative because it gave you quality that was close to indistinguishable. Like in the early days, it wasn't indistinguishable. Now it is indistinguishable unless you are, you have superhuman hearing. You're an audiophile and you're able to convince yourself that you can hear the difference. Or you're using instruments and you're not using, like, you know, recording instruments and you're not actually using your own ears. Anyways. Oh man, I think it was mp3.com. Okay, but anyways, mp3.com was invented. And as soon as it was, I was like, oh man. Okay, this was back in the day when mp3 was so new. You couldn't even double click the file to open it. You had to right click it and say open with Winamp. And Winamp was one of the early MP3 players. And I go to mp3.com and I immediately just start searching for all of my favorite game music. I'm like, oh, let me try Final Fantasy. Let me try Mario. And I didn't have much success, but somebody had uploaded the orchestral version of the Mario Brothers main theme from Orchestral Game Concert like 1, I think. It's a series of CDs they made in Japan where they had an orchestra play it. That was one of the most... That day was so exciting to me. And that moment was so exciting that I still remember vividly being in the computer room upstairs at the house that I grew up in, listening to that song over and over all day. And I was just like, oh my God, this is so incredible. Actually, another very vivid memory I have is watching Battle Royale for the first time late at night in that same room. I had torrented it. Oh my goodness. Okay, but anyways. So fast forward a little bit more. There's a website called gamingforce.org. I think it still exists, actually. It had really active forums back then. But it was made up of a bunch of people who were just as into video game music as I was. And then one guy opened... Oh, okay. Good Lord, that was close. He opened a website where he just paid for the server costs himself and just started uploading soundtracks. And he uploaded the Kingdom Hearts soundtrack. So this was after 2001. Even in 2001, man, you still couldn't easily get this music. Like, GameMusic.com was the first place I ever bought a soundtrack from. It was the Metal Gear Solid 1 original soundtrack. Sorry. That baby's annoying. Well, we can talk about GameMusic.com in a second, but he uploaded all of these soundtracks, and it was just like the most glorious day of my life. Just so many soundtracks to download, and just such a slow connection, so I could only download like one at a time. But I remember March Caprice for piano and orchestra. That's the final song from the Kingdom Hearts soundtrack. Oh my God, dude, I can't describe to you what a revelation that was, listening to that for the first time. Just, oh my God, dude. And then I remember I actually sent that to Nathan. You guys know Nathan as the drummer for Adventure Archives. Like, you may have seen him in the vlogs before, but you've heard his music many, many times. Well, his drumming in my music. So it's our music, but you see what I'm saying. I'll never forget this. He said, oh yeah, marches aren't really my thing, but that's cool. I was having like this transformative moment where I heard this song that was just blowing my mind. And then Nathan goes, oh yeah, marches aren't really my thing. Oh, it's so funny. Okay, I need to get this dude. Hold on. This is gonna be difficult. Hold on, I can do this. No? Oh, no. We just gotta time it. Oh, nope. Now we're at AIDS. Okay, you guys AIDS. Okay. Nostophical. Long time no see. How have you been? Sorry. I hope that limiter's working on this mic, because when I scream... Arconomus, thank you. Let me catch up on this. I'll give you a donation if you sing Blue by Eiffel 65. I can sing Snake Eater by... Did Norihiko Hibino do that? I think he did. And it was sung by Cynthia Harrell. That's why another reason why I want to play the Metal Gear series is so much good music. As I said earlier, the first soundtrack I ever bought was the Metal Gear Solid original soundtrack from GameMusic.com. The now defunct GameMusic.com. May it rest in peace. But man, that first soundtrack, dude, turns out that the dude who wrote it, he plagiarized this Russian composer, I think, named Severodov. If you listen to the main theme from the original Metal Gear Solid, and then you listen to his like Winter in Ice or something, it is literally the same melody. And it's like, ooh, Tappy. Tappy, you done gone too far. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong, I've stolen many melodies, but I admit to it. Not many melodies. No. I have sampled melodies. And everybody says, oh yeah, that sounds just like this. I'm like, that's because it is. So I admit to it. I don't know if it's still legal. But I admit to it. I don't try to hide it. And I don't use it as the main melody of the song. Except for one time I kind of did. But yeah, I did once. You go to the Wayne National Forest video. I don't know what the song's called, but... Oops. There's a song that has a turbo accordion, as Nathan called it, and it just plays the Final Fantasy VI overworld theme. Oh no. Oh Lord. I would consider that the highest form of flattery possible for my music, though. If somebody copied my melody because they legitimately just had it stuck in their head, I'd be like, I did it. Dude, this is not good. Wow, they know how to make this perfectly balanced to be extremely annoying. Yeah, there we go. There we go. We got to see what treasures lie over here. Oh my goodness. Okay. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Lorenzo, no, I totally agree with you. The first time I heard video game music, I was like, what is this? I didn't mean to imply that I didn't, if that's what I was saying earlier. I think what I was more getting at was that I was trying to see what music, like see the appeal in the music that everybody else thought was good. Because that's what they played on the radio, so I was just like, oh, this must be good, and this is what's most readily available. Because listening to game music outside of the context of the game was really difficult in the early days. Like now it's trivial. Like I can go to YouTube and look up any soundtrack for any game immediately. Like Treasures of the Rudra. Somebody go look that up right now and post the link in the chat. Treasures of the Rudra. And listen to that opening track. Come on, man. You know I'd like that song. What type of unbelievably self-centered thing is that to say? Go look up this song because I'll like it. I'm not even going to be listening to it. Oh, man. Okay, I want to catch up on this chat real quick. John McClane, yep. Really whips the llama's ass. Dude, I had this great Winamp plugin that had a dancing robot. And I'll never forget it, man. I had the Chrono Cross soundtrack playing in Winamp. And I had that plugin going and the robot was dancing to the beat. I've looked for that plugin. In fact, I've probably talked about it on a stream before that I looked for it. Never been able to find it. I need more eggs. Oh, yeah. Got on that college Ethernet, discovered MP3s, and found all these orchestrated FF soundtracks. Man, good times. Kawaii Gamer, no problem. Downloading all the DBZ episodes. Oh, man. Good times, good times. Hello, Aaron. Dandy does it. Okay, I will check it out. Thank you, Marie. Oh, man, yeah. Well, that was the next point in the story, I guess, that I totally forgot to continue with. But when Napster and Kazaa came out, man, Napster. Oh, man. Okay, this is one of the best memories ever. Okay, Napster comes out. I'm at Brian's house. Our other cousin James is there. Oh, these guys are really tricky. And he's like, oh, you don't know about Napster? And then he tells us about Napster. And I'm like, oh my God. Dude, in fact, he's the first person who ever owned a MacBook that I knew. And I was like, dude, what is this amazing laptop that is just like, look, it's all good shaped and like Has a volume button and a good battery, and it's light and small, and what is this? I want one of these. That's so weird. I didn't get a MacBook until like... Huh, was I in college then? No, I was probably in high school. Man, I didn't get a MacBook until 2015. That's weird. I saw his MacBook and was like, no, I got it in 2012. Okay, well, either way, that's like 12 years. Saw his MacBook. I was like, dude, this is the best laptop I've ever seen in my life. And that was like the Power PC days. I don't even think they had made the Intel switch yet. And we watched Trigun, me, Brian, and James, in Brian's parents' piano room. It's like a really nice room. They always put the Christmas tree in there. Actually, they had 2 Christmas trees, but they put 1 Christmas tree in there. Piano, white carpet, white leather couch, and there was another white leather love seat. But we sat on the couch, and the person in the middle was holding the laptop and had Trigun playing on there. And then me and Brian were sitting on the side, so I think James was holding it. But he even had a CD drive, and we like watched DVDs in there. I think maybe it was a Trigun DVD. I don't even think that was pirated Trigun. Either way, that blew my mind. But anyways, one time James was like, dude, Napster, you gotta look it up. And he opened it for us, and I was like, oh, look up Final Fantasy. And then all these songs came up, and oh man, my mind was just blown. Okay, then I used Final Fantasy, or I used Napster, it was great, blah, blah, blah. But then, Brian was the first to get a cable modem. So he got a cable modem at some point. Went to his house, and I was like, oh man, I've been waiting to download this forever. It's like 25 megabytes. I could never get it downloaded. 25 megabytes. Isn't that hilarious? I uploaded 82 gigabytes in 20 minutes yesterday. Oh, you gotta hit the little soft spot. That's right. Anyway, so he had... The song was the opera, the orchestrated opera from Final Fantasy VI called Maria and Draco. 25 megabytes. I could never get it downloaded myself. So when I went to his house, I was so excited. I was like, oh man, I'm going to download that. I downloaded it. And then I remember I was ecstatic. Just literally ecstatic at the chance to finally hear this song. And I was sitting on the couch in Brian's room. He had like a recliner. And, hold on. Wow, this guy's tough. And I was sitting there with my eyes closed listening to it. And then just randomly, Brian's dad came in the room looking for something. And I was like, oh, hey. That's the end of the story, but man, I'll never forget that, dude. Listening to that song for the first time. Just transformative. That was a, what do they call them? Peak experience. That was a peak experience. And transformative is another thing that you would call it. Just like life-changing, man. Actually, they did a version of that recently on, I'm not sure, Distant Worlds. I think it was like one of the latest Distant World albums. And they added a section to it. This like... It wasn't in the original game. It wasn't in the original orchestration. But it's great. And when I was listening to that for the first time a few months ago, I was like, oh, what is this? What is this? And it somewhat brought me back to that feeling again. It was great. Taco Bell HQ, yes I do. Michael Han is the Michael from the Japan vlogs. I assume that you know him as well. Oh, LimeWire, BearShare, yeah. I only used Napster and Kazaa. I think I started out with... No. Of course I started out with Napster. But what I was trying to say is I started out with Napster and then I ended with Kazaa. I used Kazaa for a long time. For the most part, I avoided viruses. But I'm sure I got a virus or two. Yeah, Marie, it's weird. I think maybe that's part of my nostalgia for everything is just I remember lots of stuff. Tyler Smith, I did Hold on, let me grab my phone. Dun, 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 dun. See how many I did today. Yes, Distant Worlds 5, Maria and Draco. Or Draco. And one of them, they say like Draco. I did 1.38 miles today. I only run as a warm-up now, though. Ever since I got Ring Fit Adventure. I'll do... What's in my mouth? Oh, just a shell. I will do like a mile, well, mile and a half or a mile and a quarter as a warm-up, and then I do a level of Ring Fit Adventure, and then that's it. That's it, baby. I've got a new health tip. Health tip! Does anybody watch Jablinski vlogs? Man, I wish he would do that more. How come all the best vloggers, they don't vlog anymore? I lost my train of thought as I was talking. It's like Casey Neistat. Why do you gotta stop vlogging, man? And then freaking Jack Black, he comes in and just has the most entertaining, just pleasant demeanor. And then now, in the times of Corona, when we need him most. I don't even like his gaming videos, man. I don't want to see him play video games. I want to see him go be a goofball around the world. It's very ironic coming from me right now. It's the time of Corona. I can't travel right now. You're just going to have to live with me playing Yoshi's Island. You're lucky I got my shirt on. Because it's very hot in here, but I decided to be decent. What am I supposed to do? Oh, I just need to go. In the time of Corona. How did the premiere go? It was good, Aaron. There was multiple people in the current chat who were there today. Oh, you dog. Always a 1 in 10 chance that MP3 was just a Bill Clinton audio clip on Kazaa and LimeWire. Oh, Kazaa. Can you even still download Kazaa? I mean... never mind. Oh, no. Oh, no. You know, I bet who feels real stupid? David Benioff and DB Weiss. Because I don't know what happened with the end of Game of Thrones. I was more or less fine with it. I certainly wasn't offended or in any way felt like I wasted my time with the show. Like, that I don't really understand when people say, like, oh, I wasted all these years with the show. It's just like when people get out of a relationship, it's like, oh man, that was a waste of my however many years I spent with them. Like, why? Did you not enjoy the years that you were with them? Like, does it have to last forever to be something good? Does it have to end well for it to have been great when it was great? I don't know, it's just really bizarre to me. But anyways, they gotta feel stupid that they rushed that last season. HBO would have given them unlimited money. Okay, I thought I could jump on that dude. Cannot jump on that dude. Dang it. They would have given them unlimited money. Said, how many more seasons do you want to do? 20? Okay, great. We'll do another 20 seasons. Instead, they're like, no, we got to hurry up and get done. We're done work, which to an extent, I don't blame them or anybody else. Like, if you look at the Game of Thrones season, whatever, behind the scenes, the final season, like the production designer, like Deborah Riley, I don't remember her name. I think that's the Breaking Bad production designer, but whatever her name is, she was just like, I don't know how much longer we can do this. And like, I don't know if we can keep escalating it. Like just the lavish, unbelievable production. People with the gonads of steel. okay? Man or woman, the gonads were made of steel. And I don't understand how they did that. Like I've talked about this many times in the past few streams. I just don't have the stomach for that type of stuff. Thank God that people do, because they made those shows, right? Anyway, so to an extent, I totally understand it, right? Who's got the stomach to make that show? Let alone for like the last 10 years of their life, I can imagine they want to get done with it. But on the same token, don't you want your legacy, this show that you poured your life into, to end just like you want to have not a dry eye in the house? You want everybody to be like, oh my God, what a journey. And instead, you got most people like just literally turning on them. These people who gave them the show that they loved for so many years just turned on them without a second thought. Just like, oh, DB Weiss, Dan and Dumb and Dumber, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, these two, whether it was George R.R. Martin who was mostly responsible, they still wrote a lot of the show, man. Like, I mean, it's like just this lack of appreciation for hard work sometimes, especially for stuff that it's frivolous. I'm like, dude, this is not, nobody's saving lives here, okay? Nobody's curing cancer. This is just entertainment. I understand it because it's like a very natural, visceral response, but I also think if you're not 12 years old anymore, that's not the way to behave anymore. It's like, yo, it's just a show. I understand you're disappointed and didn't end the way you wanted it to, but you're not entitled to anything. Anyways, where was I going with this? Oh, but with all that being said, I bet Dan and DB Weiss feel real stupid because they're like, man, we should have just taken more time. Because are they even gonna be able to get work now? Like, oh my God, dude, like the next time they make something, you're gonna have all these trolls just as soon as they make anything, just be like, you ruined Game of Thrones. Oh man, okay, sorry. My mom was sneezing. It sounded like she was screaming. Canabanda. Okay, I'm gonna go with Canabanda. The next episode will be in a week or two. It'll be soon. It's already out on Patreon. If you would like to go to patreon.com/adventure, you can watch right now. But you don't have to, because it'll be out for everybody soon. Don't have a release date decided yet. Have I listened to A New World intimate music from Final Fantasy Volume 1 and 2? Really good tunes. I went to the concert when it came to Indianapolis maybe 4 years ago? 3 years ago? Oh, probably 4 years ago. It was good. A lot of those songs were from earlier Final Fantasies, and I went with my buddy Brendan, who's also a big Final Fantasy fan. And we were both quite surprised, and also we didn't know a lot of the songs, surprisingly. I mean, we knew the songs, but not well, you know. Like, it's more like 4 onward I'm really familiar with. And 3 has some great tracks, but 1 and 2, I'm quite unfamiliar with those tracks. I know them mostly from Theater Rhythm. Oops, we're in trouble now, y'all. Oh, we saved it. Man, Touch Fuzzy, Get Dizzy is very disorienting. Did I say that right? If all Bear Grylls, I would have said disorientating. You ought to get your bearings. That looks like a human figure with a thong or underwear sort of thing going on there. I couldn't become a Ring Fit esports professional. That game is real hard. I'm on like, I put it at level 23 difficulty. And man, I'm sweating my butt off every time I play it. I never super got into Peter McKinnon. I don't know why. His videos, like the quality, man, is fantastic. By all accounts, I should be really into his videos, but for whatever reason, I'm not. Marie, thank you. I'm glad you think so, because when I first started editing, I'm always too hard on my own stuff. Like, every time we finish filming an episode, I'm like, man, that's gonna suck. And then it usually turns out fine. When I started editing this one, I was like, I don't know. But it's usually just me being overly critical. Although I'm open to the possibility that I'm gonna make one that people are like, this sucks, dude. You ruined Adventure Archives. And you know what, man? That's just life, dude. Ooh, I got 100%. We got to get to that ring. Okay, good job. All right, great. Animate Sean, it's going to be a while for any Japan videos. I'm sorry. But the pandemic, I'm not getting in a tube of floating disease with other people. Especially in my country, man, we are doing the worst. I don't know if you're in the same country, but we are doing the worst possible job imaginable handling this. Oh, it's 7:28, guys. I gotta go get some food before it's too late. I want to read the Game of Thrones books. It's just, it was actually really funny during the quarantine, like maybe a month ago. I was like, oh, I'm going to finally finish the first book. I'm really close. I got like 40 pages left. But God, Joffrey was just such a little piece of shit. And I just like, man, I get enough of stupid rulers enough in my daily life. I mean, not that our president is a ruler per se, but stupid people in power. I get enough of that in my daily life. I don't need it in my fiction. So I just had to stop. But I would like to read them. I'm also just not a big fiction reader. For some reason, nonfiction is my jam, but fiction, not so much. Yeah, Ivo Silva, Wildcat Hollow. Get to the part where Brian says, this trail has offered me nothing. It's really funny. Oh, yeah, the Kingdom Hearts Orchestra concert. Really want to go to one of those. Do I like playing games from Ubisoft? Let me think. As a general rule, no. I don't really play many of their games. I'm trying to think of even what the last one I played was. Man, maybe the last one I played was like Prince of Persia 2008. And maybe one of the only ones I played. I don't dislike them either. Well, I guess I dislike them insofar as I don't actively seek them out, but they just don't particularly appeal to me. What prevention for ticks? We used to just put our pants in our socks and then, you know, just take care. But after getting bit by ticks twice in a row this year, never got a tick bite before that I found. Got bit in 2 consecutive trips. I was like, nope. So I got permethrin. And I sprayed the crap out of my clothes with that stuff. Which, you know, I've actually used that stuff before. I just didn't know it. That's the same stuff that they put in lice removal. Probably told this story before, but my school did a lice check for everybody and then ended up giving everybody lice. Or there was just a lice outbreak at the school, and that's why they were giving the lice check. I don't know. I was a dumb kid. I was like 6 years old. But anyways, my brother and I both got lice. And the only thing that removed it was this stuff called Nix, which is permethrin. I mean, you could shave your head. That would get rid of it too, but we weren't particularly keen on shaving our heads for whatever reason. Like, if it happened now, man, I'd shave my head in 2 seconds. I'm like... yeah, I actually would. Because nicks, you'd still have to wait for them to die. Like, nope, I'm shaving it all off right now. Actually, I'm not 100% sure on that. That's correct, right? If you just shave all your hair off if you have lice. How do I go up? Oh, you gotta hit your boy. There you go. What's in the question block, though? Or the question cloud? I don't know. We'll never find out. Oh, everyone blocked us from traveling out of the States, too. Yeah. Oh, God. It's so embarrassing, dude. It's just like... Can't even have a unified, good response to this. It's just like... How are we even still functioning as a country? It's just a testament to people who will do their job. Just like people as individuals get down and do their job. But anything as a group, totally useless. That's weird. There's a hole there. Oh, the South Loop at Shawnee. That's not a bad idea. It's close. It's good length. I mean, Ohio's COVID numbers are real bad, but we'll be in the forest. Not a bad idea, Aaron Jones. Not a bad idea at all. Yeah, I saw those prices too. I didn't see them down to $375. Good Lord. But I'm not very hopeful about spring. I don't know. Do they have refunds if you can't even get out of the country? I have the 2 ticks that bit me up in a jar up there. I saved them just in case. Oh God, Marie, yeah. Horrific, dude. Oh, Xing Qian, what'd you do about the lice? Maybe use next. What? They're getting resistant to Nyx? How is that possible? They are evolving? I don't want people from the States to come here and infect us with their American virus. It's not good, man. It's not good. It's a global virus, but yeah, I see what you're saying. Because it's become our virus. Oh, crap. Do I need anything to eat? 7:35. I got 25 minutes, y'all. Well, this y'all is just becoming a real thing, guys. I could have said y'all there. I said guys for some reason. Could have just continued with the whole y'all fest. It's like yodeling. Not yodeling, but yodeling. Whoa. New FF album, Distant Worlds, and a New World Collections music from Final Fantasy VII. What? I've not heard about that. New Worlds, what was it? Distant Worlds and New Worlds, okay. Dude, what? When did this come out? How have I not heard about this? What? Oh, I forgot about that remake concert. Wow, is that still happening? Not in the US, it ain't. Oh, September 18th, 2021. In Chicago. I could go to that one. Wait, man, me and Lorenzo, we talked about this. Did we already get tickets? Nah, I can't even remember. Did we? Well, now I got some homework to do after this. Fickle Wild, you know, you're like 2 seconds away from getting banned, dude. First of all, I got tested for Lyme because I got sick after I got bit by a tick. There's a reason I got tested for it. Second of all, how are you just gonna come in and judge me that I live under a rock? Like, what are you even talking about? Like, what did I do to you? Yeah, anyway. Remake concerts got canceled until further notice. That's good because I feel like maybe we did buy tickets. Lorenzo, you're going to have to remind me. And I got to look up that Distant Worlds after this. No, Aaron, I don't think anybody put the Discord link in, so feel free to link it if you would like to. Oh man, I keep forgetting about the food. Okay, well, I'm gonna give it another 10 minutes, and if I still feel like I'm not super needing food, I'm just gonna power through. Otherwise, maybe I'll get some watermelon. Oh, we didn't get tickets yet. Okay, cool. Man, I could have sworn we did already. That's good. I mean, I assume they would have just given refunds to people who had gotten tickets if they postponed it, but... And thankfully, the music in that game turned out to be fantastic. In fact, I was listening to the jukebox versions of the songs just last night. I'll give it another 9 minutes and then I'll get the watermelon. And I can eat it on stream. Actually, last night I was cooking some broccoli and I didn't cook it in time. So it wasn't finished yet and it was already 8. So I told my mother, I was like, okay, I'm going to eat this broccoli. It's like 8:01. Do you mind if I still eat it? This broccoli hasn't finished yet. It's a close call. I actually had pizza tonight. I got the same pizza I got last time. I think they call it the Ultimate Warrior. That sausage. pepperoni. Green peppers. Oh my god. Yeah, I did not know that. Oh, almost the same thing. Okay. Did not know that Distant World album was out. Every time one of those comes out, it's like a big deal. They make some of the best recordings of orchestra music for games. It's a poorly worded sentence, but you get what I'm trying to say. Did we decide that it's you're picking up what I'm laying down? Is that the phrase that I was trying to look for the other day? You know what's interesting is that I have 100% of this game before. Which, think about how many hours I've played this game on stream so far. And I did that all in physics class. I'm not even joking. I 100%ed this game on Game Boy Advance in physics class my senior year of high school. The special bonus levels in the GBA version especially, so good. They require complete mastery of the level, but once you master the level, oh my god, dude. It's so satisfying. Ooh, ooh. I smell a red coin right here. There's no way you could do that, never mind. 7:44. T-minus 16 minutes. I get that watermelon. Oh my god, that watermelon is so good. Oh yeah, the Chill Out Arrangement Tracks 80s mix. I saw that one was coming out. How did I miss the Distant Worlds one? I don't understand. I find when I eat raw broccoli, it never goes over very well. Intestinally, if you get my drift. Roasted broccoli with garlic, olive oil, salt, pep. Mmm. You give me way too much credit, dude. Have you seen the meals that I've cooked for myself? Let me tell you, the ones I cook at home are not much better. They are slightly better, but they are not... Oh, mama! Come back! Damn it. It's gone forever. You're putting down what I'm picking up. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Now I'm very confused. I don't know what the actual one is. It's got to be you're picking up what I'm putting down, right? Picking up, you're putting down what I'm picking up. Yeah, that wouldn't make much sense. You know what I don't use? Emojis. I'll throw in a smiley face when I'm trying to let people know I'm smiley facing, but emojis in general, I just... For some reason, I've never gotten into the habit of it. I need to practice that. Have you heard Cubby yet? I don't know who Cubby is, or what Cubby is. Did you think the organic one was better or worse? I actually just cracked that organic one open today. Whether it's because it's organic or not, I don't know. But it's the best watermelon I've ever had in my life. I mean, I can't remember all the times I've had watermelon, but it was extremely satisfying. I took the bite right in the core. That's my favorite thing to do is I cut it in half, and then I bite right in the core. Oh my god. Oh, that's bad news, Bears. Oh no! I don't know if we can finish the level now, but we'll try. We're just gonna die. Raw broccoli is not where it's at. What a succinct sentence that just said it all. Raw broccoli is not where it's at, man. He didn't even put a man on there. He put a period. Wait, did he put a period? I don't know. But he just ended the sentence. That was a good sentence. Woo, mama. Oh man, every time I see those teeth crack and those tears come out, I feel really bad for the Bow Wow there. I have not spam Corradillet at home. I mean, my daily meal is kind of basically... Guys, hold on. We got to talk about meals in a second because this is kind of weird. But my daily meal is basically... You know how like you go to a Mexican restaurant and then you're like, what's the difference between a burrito, a quesadilla, and an enchilada? And is there another one? There's another one, right? They got all these things, but they're really just different forms of bean, cheese, rice, and some sort of wheat product in different forms. Which, that's not a complaint at all. That's great. I love it. But that's also basically my daily meals. Oh, I hate levels like this. The ghost levels? I hate the ghost levels, man. It's just some different form of bean, cheese, tortilla, lettuce, salsa, and broccoli. And fruit and peanut butter as my snacks. Oh, it's 11:49. Okay, I gotta go get that watermelon. Actually, I'm gonna quit this game. We're gonna switch over to something else. I'm gonna leave it on that title screen music because it's so good. I'm gonna hit you with some quality emojis. Have I played Octopath Traveler? I have. It's a fantastic game. It really comes into its own when you get to... oops. I might have just messed it up. It really comes into its own when you get to the special bosses. Those bosses are thrilling. Like, every move you make counts. And if you mess up, man, you might as well just start over. But then when you win, incredible. Okay, getting that watermelon. Be right back. I was trying to get my face. Oh, can you see that? Hold on. Look at that. Is that in focus? I can't tell if that's in focus. So good. Come on, man. Yeah, chimichanga and fajita. Hi, I'll take 10,000 chicken fajitas. Your food vessel.
Dude, I'm all about that cilantro. I feel bad for people who don't like cilantro. And I literally mean that because it can ruin foods for people. For people who don't like it, you taste that cilantro, you're like, I'm not eating this. It tastes like soap. But if you're like me, I'm like, ooh, it tastes like soap.
Oh, tortilla are most often made with corn flour, not wheat. Yeah. Not if you do it the way I do it, baby.
No, we eating this watermelon, dog. I'm just really hoping that the mic doesn't pick up my slurping sounds when I'm away from it. Oops. Okay, last bite. Last bite.
It's 7:56 p.m. here in Eastern Time Zone in the state of Indiana in the country of the United States. Come to San Diego, we'll do a Mexican food adventure. I'm down, man, after the pandemic, baby. Papaya. Trinko. Good man with the Jeff Gerstmann Giant Bomb ASMR. Papaya. Okay, what are we gonna play? Let's find out. What should we play? That's a rhetorical question. Don't worry, that's a rhetorical question. I'll find something. I'll find something I can agree on. You that I was gonna say we can all agree on. Nope. Nope. You gotta know your weaknesses. You gotta know your strengths and your weaknesses. What? Let me think. Super is a good place to start, you know? We'll just start with Super. We are on the Super Nintendo, after all, and every game started with Super. Let's do that. Let's do Turtles in Time. What did they call it? That's it. Okay, yeah, Turtles in Time is this one right here. Why is he depriving us from watermelon ASMR? That's really funny that that's a thing. I always try not to do that. Oh, man, yeah, get the taco truck, man. How is that even a question? I mean, how is even whether you should get Taco Bell a question? Oh, wait. Yeah, we'll just do normal. I meant to the rest. There we go. Yeah, how is whether you should get the food or not is not in question. Unless it's after 8 o'clock. If it's after 8 o'clock, it's too late. It's too late. Don't do it. Now I'm an advocate for not eating after 8 p.m. I'm a ride or die. Don't eat after 8 p.m. That's just me, though. I mean, that could just be everybody, too. But at the very least, it's just me right now. There's a food festival near my place, and I want to go so bad. But nobody is wearing masks, and I'm just not about that life. I'm with you, man. I don't get it, man. It's not difficult. It's also weird, too, because I don't know where it's happening that people aren't wearing masks. Like here, every time I go to the store, which is not that often, masks are universal. I don't see anybody indoors without masks. Outdoors, yeah, it's a different story, but the population's not dense enough, and areas where people gather aren't dense enough either that that would really be super necessary. But so it's also like it's one of those things that it seems like it's a problem in some places, but it's also not at all a problem in the place where I live. Although apparently there's like a car show or something gonna happen here downtown. That doesn't seem like a good idea, y'all. Oh man, there was this Taiwan food truck that came to a basketball tournament that I played in one time. And then for like the next 2 weeks, I was like looking for I would look at their, I don't think Twitter was the thing then. How did I think I had to use their Facebook or something, or maybe they had a website. And I kept getting, because they sold tea eggs. I don't know if you guys know what tea eggs are. I'm not even sure that's what they're actually called, because my dad always just called them brown eggs, which is not what they're called. But it's like they're soaked in tea or soy sauce or other types of stuff for a long time, and then they come out brown. Oh my God, those are so good, dude. But they had those, and then they had like pork chops or something, and then I would get that. I'd get that during lunch, and then I'd come back to the office, and I would pass out. The most pass out food, though, was that Indian place around the corner. It was like, I often go to the bookstore, but just if you went down another block or two past the bookstore, there's a freaking Indian place that had $10, it was just a plate. You know, it was like kind of like a set plate. And it might not have been, was it $10? I don't know how much it was. It was around $10. But I can't remember if that was with the mango lassi or without, but I would get that and the mango lassi. And that's way too much food and sugar for a lunchtime meal, for any meal, really. I would eat that, come back, just literally have a diabetic shock the whole afternoon. Man, can you imagine how healthy I would be if I actually ate healthy my whole life? I can't even see where he's sitting at. This is a good song. We used to be one of the states that did not have the time change, but we do now. We're also really far. We're like the last state on the Eastern time zone, so we're more like, like Central time zone's basically us too. So, in fact, parts of Indiana are on Central time zone. In fact, my cousins who live in Evansville, they're on the Central time zone. What's great about this game on the Super Nintendo versus the arcade version is that you can throw people and do that move on demand. In the arcade, it was like almost random, I think. Oh man, I'd like to see a speedrun of this game with some tactics. Man, that is tragic that GDQ got canceled this year because of the pandemic. Obviously not as tragic as the lives that have been lost. Let me not go off the deep end here and say that people not being able to play video games real fast altogether is more tragic than the actual pandemic itself. Let me rephrase and just say that it sucks. Among many other things that have sucked this year, that GDQ is not a thing. Although it's going to be online or something, I don't know. I'm doing laundry at a laundromat. Hate it, but no one is filming me. Nobody films me doing laundry either. I have to film myself. You can't. I don't think you can pay people enough to film you doing laundry. You have to do somebody who's not. You have to be somebody who's literally not getting paid to film laundry to actually film the laundry. Minesweeper or bust. Dude, I don't have the mental ability to talk and play Minesweeper at the same time, unless I was literally talking about what I was doing in Minesweeper. Anybody else have that experience? I think everybody's had that experience when you finally learn how to play Minesweeper. Like when you were a kid, there was only 2 games on every Windows PC. It was Minesweeper and Solitaire. And so when you played Minesweeper, you just randomly click blocks and you're like, dude, how are you supposed to play this game? This seems impossible. And then you learn that the right mouse button will flag pieces and you're like, oh. That was a huge revelation. It didn't get me to actually play Minesweeper, but it was nice to know that it was actually possible to play that game. Dude, I remember we were playing this game, me and Andrew, a long time ago on a stream. It was whenever Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Gauge came out. Because that game came out and was delivered to my house while he was here and we were working on an episode. It was one of the only times that he came over here to work on an episode. And one night, we got like a 24-pack of Sun King cream ale beer. I don't think it was 24-pack. It's probably a 12-pack. 12-pack, yeah. I don't think they make 24-packs. And beer is just a straight poison, y'all. Okay, like, that deserves a y'all. Beer is a straight poison. But it's really fun. But anyways, we drank that and we played Shadows of the Empire. This game. Did we play any Super Mario RPG? We might have played some Super Mario RPG also. That was good times, though. But why do I remember? I'm pretty sure we played this game. That stream is somewhere on my channel. I don't think it's public. But I think I could find it. I'll look for it after this stage. If you guys want some old school viewing. Those things are just aliens from Alien, right? And it's also weird that they're in the game at all. It's like, why are there suddenly aliens in the sewer? It has nothing to do with the story. Lutefisk dinner tour. Oops. That was one of the first things. I remember my friend... Oh, no. I'm mixing stories. Well, maybe she said something like that too. But anyways, I had a friend, Danny, growing up. We used to play video games all the time together. And when Turtles 3 came out, they were telling me about it. Or he was telling me about it with his mom. She was like there too. And then she was like, oh yeah, it's really cute. The turtles will get sand in their eyes and they'll rub the sand out of their eyes. I was like, what? Oh my God. And then I went over to his house and we played it and it was mind blowing. So. Francesco says you cannot eat dinner before 8 p.m. That's crazy. Let me ask you this. What time do you go to sleep? Dude, 2 a.m. Taco Bell does hit differently. It's a totally different experience when you eat late at night. In fact, certain things should only be eaten late at night with your friends. Actually, I feel that way about most fast food. Is that it should only be eaten as an idiot teenager or with friends. Because when you're a teenager, you're resilient enough to eat fast food. You still shouldn't be eating it because you're literally growing and you're using garbage food to grow yourself. You'll probably be fine, though. Oh, top 3 favorite fruits. Everybody go. Oh man, do you guys know mine? You know watermelon's number 1, but do you know my 2 and 3? I don't even know if I know my 2 and 3. And it might change depending on the day, too. And it's also a little bit dependent on the context. Like, what am I eating it for, you know? Well, Donatello is just so much better than every other character in this game. It's criminal. Like, Raph is my favorite turtle. But Donatello is just, hands down, way better than everybody else in this game. Okay, you guys are done. Okay. Okay, let me get caught up on chat real quick. Donatello made finding the perfect stick in the woods that much cooler as a kid. That's true. I need to get a good mask. I'm still just using surgical masks that I have. I work at Dollar General and nobody wears masks in my part of Indiana. Damn. Well, see. That's the thing is like, just because it's not happening in your area doesn't mean it can't be happening in other places. Which I think is like the big lesson for humanity right now, because the internet lets you see everything. So like if I just looked at my own area, I'd be like, oh, everybody's wearing a mask. What's the problem? But clearly there are people who are not wearing masks in other places. Tea eggs. Okay, we got 2 people in the chat. Wow, I'm really far behind. Sorry, guys. 2 people in the chat who are all about them tea eggs. I figured Sheen Chan would know about it. Yeah, tea eggs. Oh my god. Oh, we got 3 people. Dysfunctional David with another succinct sentence. Tea eggs slap. No period. No punctuation needed. Cafe Logis. Did I ever come to a conclusion if it's Cafe Logis or Logis? In any case, they probably have different types, because the ones I had were never sweet. They were always salty-ish. I taught logic at the university. That's not logic. That's stupid. I assume you were talking about the masks. Enjoy, Lorenzo. Enjoy the new episode. Hello, Claire. Trinko, just let me know what link you were trying to post. For some reason, it didn't even show me the link, so. Oh, man, go to sleep around midnight? That's when I go to sleep, man. You gotta have like 4 hours for your food to digest. I mean, granted, I've only been not eating after 8 p.m. for like a month, so I'm by far not the expert on this. This is new to me. But if so far, man, I've been feeling like a beast. A beast of the East. I'm not in the East. Okay, Ficklewid says watermelon, watermelon, and watermelon. Can't argue with that. They flagged my last stream again? Well, I'm going to have to check that. I didn't know that. Hold on. Which stream are you talking about? From what day? Well, I didn't get a notice about any of the other ones. But it might have just been because I unlisted it. I unlist all the streams. So if you want to watch these, make sure you save the link. Like if you want to watch the replays. Okay, here we got to go back. I'm skipping all these. Mandarin, okay. Mandarin oranges are pretty good, yeah. Bananas, apricots, pizza. Pizza's not a fruit, but let's roll with it. Bananas, pineapple, watermelon. Okay. Nectarines, raspberries, and pineapples. Wow, nectarines with the dark horse candidate. Who said pears? We got two people in the pear gang. My arch rivals. Cherries, most berries, citrus. No. You have to be more specific than that. Like these milk toast answers trying to just say like, oh, I just like all of them. No, it doesn't count. Plums, watermelons, nectarines. Plums, that's another dark horse candidate. Okay, seriously. 1 mango, 2 watermelon. Watermelon. Watermelon is the new name for watermelons from now on. And number 3, passion fruit. 3M is still the Gucci mask. That is funny. Are you serious, Octo B? Do you want a Whole Foods mask? I mean, I'll take a Whole Foods mask, but all the masks they wear at Whole Foods are just surgical masks. At least the workers there. At my Whole Foods, anyway. Welcome, Mari. Enjoy your breakfast. What are you eating? You having that chiffon? Chiffon and a tea egg? Octo B, there is a Discord. Can we get a Discord link? Aaron Jones should have one. Okay, so anyway, my favorite fruits. Number 1, watermelon. Number 2, let's think about this. Number 2, mango. Number 3, I'm just picturing all the fruits at the fruit section. See, if you talked about quantity that I eat, apples would be number 1. Just because, like, apples are... Yeah, I'm going to put apples in number 3. Even though I eat the most apples, it's just like... If I ate watermelon year-round... Well, first of all, the watermelons wouldn't be very good. They're much, much better in the summer. Like, they still import them or wherever, but they just don't taste as good. If I ate mango and watermelon the most, I'd die of diabetes probably, just from the amount that I eat. Apples in general are not quite as sweet. I don't know if the actual sugar content's different. I should preface that. I'm not actually sure. I could be talking out of my ass here, but they at least taste less sweet. But yeah, if you talk about quantity, apples would be number 1, but I'll put them at number 3. Because I like them a lot, and I eat them quite a bit. But they're also not exciting to me in the same way that mangoes and... Oh, I thought they were already dead. And watermelon are. Like a perfect mango or a perfect watermelon, literally exciting. It's like as exciting as a good piece of cake. As long as I haven't like already been eating sweet stuff. Like if you go from a good piece of cake to a good piece of mango, then it's... then it's, you know, it's not as good. But apples you can have anytime, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm about to hit you guys with a controversial opinion here. I don't like bananas at all. In fact, I think bananas are garbage. Don't get me wrong, though. Bananas taste just fine. And I'll eat a banana, no problem. But as a fruit that I would seek out, man, you might as well be calling them a pear. You know, okay. Pears. I have nothing against the pear. Pears are fine. When somebody offers me a pear, I'm like, okay, sure, I'll have a pear. Fine, they taste fine. Perfectly cromulent fruit. But this conversation and every conversation I've ever had about fruit proves over and over again, no matter what Michael wants to say, that pears are nobody's favorite fruit. Probably 1% of the population would say that they like pears. And I'm talking like world population, man. Well, in fact, any population, except for like pear farmers. People who live with, in fact, especially them, they're not going to like pears. They get pears anytime they want. Nobody's ever said that their pear is their favorite fruit. Not even the pear gang in this chat right now. If you really press them, on it, they would cave. They'd be like, yeah, you're right. I'm not that into pears. You're like, what about this? What about watermelons? I'm just joking, everybody. You can like pears. Nothing wrong with a good pear, as I said. And I'm sure there's plenty of people who think pears are their favorite. It's perfectly cromulent fruit. Damn, they threw a ninja star right in my face. So my friend the other day was telling me that she eats kiwis with the skin. And I was like, dude, are you a monster? Do people do that? Oh, yeah, my mom snuck by a second ago. I will say, though, that bananas and Cheerios, like plain Cheerios, a match made in heaven. Bananas and Cheerios, just wonderful. That is wonderful. I don't even use the word wonderful, and that is wonderful. I do like smoothies. I don't really make them, though. Although, whenever I go to Brian's house, he got this smoothie place just next to his house, and I'll usually get one of those on the drive back. Like on the way. They put it in styrofoam cups. Let me tell you something. Styrofoam cup is the worst invention of humanity, but if you get something really cold in a styrofoam cup, that is just a good experience. You know, with the straw and a lid. Like, nobody should be making styrofoam cups, and it's ridiculous. But I will say that it's great. Styrofoam cups and like a cold smoothie, a styrofoam cup, and it fits perfectly in your little cup holder as you burn old dinosaurs to propel yourself to another part of the planet for no reason. It's like, why are we not living together? It's good stuff. Oh, it's past 8, guys. All this talk about food and I can't even eat it anymore. Why is select pause? That's weird. What type of apples? Lately, I've been eating Honeycrisp, which is the super sweet apple, actually. But a lot of times I'll have Granny Smith, which apparently is the ones with the least sugar. There's a lot of food in general for me is more texture than taste, which is why you see me eating things that you're like, what? Are you a monster? And it's just because I mostly am just in it for the texture. Don't get me wrong, I like some flavor too, but if the texture is good, then... Like, lots of times apples are just vehicles for peanut butter. So I can put the peanut butter on the apple just so I can have that nice contrast. Cookies and milk. You can literally learn everything about life through cookies and milk. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. Basically, the whole universe is on and off, playing out in a billion different ways. It's just like digital universe. It's like either something is dark or light, on or off. And it's finding that juicy middle where you're like kind of off and kind of on. You get that proper amount of sleep and proper amount of wakefulness. And I will say that on wins, like the goodness wins like 55% of the time. So it's like there's a gentle bias towards goodness in the universe. Well, that's kind of a separate topic. What I'm trying to get at is that when you eat a cookie, your mouth is like, oh man, I need something to counteract this like sweetness and the heaviness. I need something to just, to neutralize this. And it's like a pH scale or something. I don't know if a cookie's acidic or whatever, but you need that milk to get you back to the middle. That's all it is you want to just constantly be going. Yeah, that's how you do it. You gotta get right when it lands. So it's just constantly bouncing back and forth. Or like when you eat something and then you gotta drink something to like counteract like all the solid food and everything. Slash has always been one of the hardest. Yeah, there we go. Oh! Dang it. Oh, you can hit his back too. Okay. Good to know. There we go. That was a good one. Am I just not on the right plane or something? Why am I not hitting him more than once? Shell shock. There we go. That was a good one. Jump. No. Slash, you gotta jump, man. Jump. Yes, there you go. There we go. Okay. I used to like Fuji apples a lot, but not so much anymore. I feel like Fuji apples are too inconsistent. Sometimes you get them and it's just like, they're bad. I'm definitely a gooey person because I can't make a specific list of favorite fruits. It's a cop-out. That's a cop-out. Oh, Daraja Boops. Yeah, Honeycrisp. Yeah, that's what I've been eating lately. I didn't even know about Honeycrisps until, like, really recently. Shout out to all the bears. Trinko. Bears are god tier. I always get cherries in Animal Crossing. Cherries in real life are fine, but in Animal Crossing, they're legitimately the worst fruit. They're just so dumb looking. It's like two gonads hanging from the tree. And nobody wants them. Like, if you have cherries, they're like, yeah, I'll take them, I guess. Sell them for bells, but I don't actually want them in my village. Like oranges? Man, oranges look great in that game. They're all orange and big. And I will say pears in Animal Crossing are a high tier fruit. So they look really cool. I think they sell for more, right? They're not one of the standard fruits, right? Maybe they are. No, I think they are because I think I got those once. Did I? Yeah, maybe in like my GameCube save. But I didn't play that one that much. Oh, mama. Oh, Jesus. I have not had juicy snow pears. Or maybe I have. I don't know. I mean, I've had regular pears, man. They're fine. They're great. No. Like, I really have tried to emphasize. There's nothing against the pear itself. I think pears are good. And they're a solid fruit. I'm just saying nobody cares about pears. Nobody says, oh yeah, pears. And I think it might be because they're not that sweet. My dad's favorite line is, oh, it's not that sweet. Not too sweet. Which is really bizarre because my dad really likes sweet stuff. He doesn't like stuff that's too sweet. Which I get it. I get it. You get a crappy cake from like the grocery store and they put so much sugar and chemicals in those. It's just like, yo, you don't need all this sugar. It tastes good already. What are you trying to do? Give me diabetes? Trying to give me that diabetes. What is he throwing? He's throwing like a pillow with blades on the end of it. Oops. Apple banana. Bananas do go well with peanut butter, that's true. I will say bananas are a very high tier fruit when you combine it with other stuff. Like with Cheerios or peanut butter, like a peanut butter banana sandwich. That's very high tier. But just a banana by itself, I don't mess with that. Oh man, I'm so behind on the chat. Basic Chinese breakfast, rice, tofu, and vegetables, and rice dumplings from the Dragon Festival boat. That sounds delicious. How come whenever you can't have something, it's better? Oh, it sounds better. Like right now, man, just any type of food. My brain's like, yep, it's time to eat. Like, no, it's not, man. It's time to eat like 2 hours ago. Well, 30 minutes ago. It was time to eat 30 minutes ago when we had the time to do it. And now there's no time left to do it, man. Did I tell the story? I probably already did, but when I was in preschool, I had a birthday party at Burger King. And my one friend in preschool, he was like, oh yeah, I got your gift. And I was like, oh yeah, what is it? And he goes, I don't know the name, but it's the guy from Ninja Turtles, and he's got like a ring in his nose. And for whatever reason, have I seen this screen before? Look, I've never noticed the turtles at the bottom before. Let's try Leonardo.
Skull and crossbones.
For some reason, I didn't realize he was talking about Bebop. Yeah, Bebop. Bebop is the pig, right? Yeah. But he just told me what the gift was. And that's so funny. Like, usually, I guess we were both so young that I didn't expect him to tell me. Or maybe I did expect him to tell me, and he didn't know he wasn't supposed to tell me. But I do remember being confused that he just volunteered the information. In fact, I may have even chastised him. He's like, dude, you're not supposed to tell me. That's the interesting thing about kids is when they learn a new social norm, the way that they just evangelize that social norm is really interesting. It's like you just tell them once. Well, I guess it depends on the kid too, but you tell them once, oh yeah, you're not supposed to do this, and then kids will just start telling you rules. Like, kids will just walk up to you and just say a random thing that has nothing to do with anything. There's this kid in the neighborhood. I was about to go out for my run, or I was just coming back from my run or something. This was a number of years ago now. And he goes, I like riding my bicycle. And I go, yeah, that's good, man. To him, I'm sure that was a perfectly cromulent thing to say. He was just like, oh yeah, I'm just going to tell him about something nice, which, you know, that's great, man. That kids have that they just don't have that filter yet. And in many ways, that's just very admirable. But then other times they'll just tell you like, oh yeah, you're not supposed to do this. And I'm like, I know you heard that rule one time, and now you're trying it on for size. And then sometimes you don't know what to say because it's not exactly a hard and fast rule. So you're like, should I tell them the exceptions to this? I can't think of any examples, but... Oh my goodness, man. These yellow guys are brutal. Wow. This is not normal, right? Look at these two guys. Yeah, we got to get out of the plane of the flying pincushion. No! Ooh, that's close. Fruitism at its finest. Oh, some of that youtiao. I told the story before about how I got massively sick after eating some youtiao in China. It was not good. Trinko just a succinct, no punctuation, no capitalization. You are all insane. It's like eating the scrote. Oh man, yeah, that was real bizarre. I was like, dude, you cannot be serious. Yeah, I know a number of people who eat the shells and shrimp. In fact, Brian and Andrew were that way for a long time. I don't know if they still are. But I think it's just because they didn't care. Well, for sure because Andrew didn't care, but for a while, shrimp, I don't know for a while, but at one point I was at Brian's house and his mom made some delectable shrimp. And this dude was just chomping at that shrimp like crazy. He was like, yeah, shrimp is my favorite, dude. I love shrimp so much. I'll eat the legs, I'll eat the shell, I'll eat everything. And he was just, sure enough, he was just eating it. You know, I just realized what is so hard is that I have not played this game single player up to this point in the game, maybe ever. It's always been with another person. So I'm like, why was this? I was just thinking, I was like, why is this so hard? Oh, I know what we're playing next. We're playing UN Squadron. In fact, we might have to end this game here because I'm getting whooped. Old Bebop and Rocksteady. The pizza time thing is just when you pick up a pizza. I have not tried an Envy apple. I've never even heard of that. Are my keys not set? What's coin? There we go. Who should we be? Shin Kazama or Mickey Simon? I like the F-15. Yeah, let's do that. I assume that's an F-15. I wasn't looking. The target is the multi-rocket launchers. The most vulnerable target is the radar installation. Okay. Then let me read in time. 16-way shot. Let's do the bullpup. Is that too loud? How do I pause again? There's a way to pause. No, it looks alright. Okay, let me catch up on chat real quick too. Worst apples, Red Delicious. I'll agree with that. A good Red Delicious is amazing, but that's like 10% of the time. 90% of the time, Red Delicious is just pure trash. Dinner time. I have 30 minutes before 8. No joke, I met one of my viewers. I did a trip with him down to somewhere. I can't remember now, but he saw me at the grocery store, Jungle Gyms in Cincinnati. Great guy. Oh man, he had surgery today. I should see if he's how the surgery went. Rambutan. If eating a kiwi is like eating a scrotum, eating a rambutan is like eating a testy. Just a single testy. Randy Dans. I have not tried them, actually. They do look real weird, though. Oh, man. You know what I want to talk about? Hold on. How do I pause? The truth, right? Isn't it weird how... I don't know how to formulate this exactly. Okay, let me think about that for a second, because I got some thoughts, but I have to formulate it. It chases enemies. Don't we already have the bullpup? Just keep the bullpup, man. Bullpup's good. What was I doing in Cincinnati? Oh, I was filming a video just north of there. Which actually, that was a video that another viewer hired me to do. Some real estate videos. But it was just north of there, and then afterwards I went to... No. I was still with him, and he was like, dude, you gotta check out Jungle Gyms. So after we finished the video, he took me to Jungle Gyms. And then I ran into another dude. It was really weird. What are the chances? Probably, I mean, greater than 0, but... Jungle Gyms. Jungle Gyms is a hell of a store, man. If you guys haven't heard of it, look it up. I bet there's some YouTube videos on it. I mean, I made a YouTube video on it, but it wasn't very comprehensive. Every product you can imagine, man. It's a really bizarre store, and it's like a zoo in there. All these like decorations and like themes, and the drink, like the soft drink aisle, is madness. Oh, no, you don't have super moves. You have to buy them every time? That's unfortunate. But was I playing this game on stream the other day? I was, wasn't I? Whoops. That's alright. It's okay to play a game again. We'll get farther this time. Oh, Daryl! Is Daryl here? Hey, Daryl. Durian cures COVID. I have tried durian once. The first time I went to China with Andrew. Super Shell 2 or Super Shell 1? Let's do 1. And let's do Vitality. But apparently the one that they got for us wasn't any good. Their exact words were, 这个不好吃. And then that's all they said. Apparently it was like the frozen kind, it wasn't fresh. And it was bad. It tasted like onions, man. See, but you know, that factors into my ranking of a fruit. If the only way the fruit could be good is if by some, like, you have to do like a seance and then just only like during certain times of the year, eaten by certain people with certain astrological signs, then that fruit's not very good, man. It needs some like consistency. It's the same reason that Red Delicious apples aren't good. I mean, in fact, it's the reason why they're the most trash apple. It's because literally 90% of the time they're terrible. And it's so weird. It's like they're supposed to be like the standard apple. Just hot garbage, man. But when they're good, man, they're great. Good Red Delicious? Come on, son. So maybe that's what durian is too. Catch it at the right time, the right freshness. Real good. This is an interesting boss fight because you go back and forth. Maybe I didn't play this on stream. Did I play this on stream? I don't remember. This gun's also weird because it's like semi-automatic. You have to press it occasionally, but you don't have to press it fast. Just kind of like press it, let go, press it, let go. Come on, we can get it in the first run? Nope, we can't. Oh, I forgot I had these. Ooh, that was timely. Okay, but it's like the truth, right? Say you have some character flaw. No? Let me think. Oh, maybe I could have gotten the shields. No, I didn't have enough money for that. Well, it's like, I guess my point is like, no matter what you do or what you say to yourself or others, the truth exists independent of that, right? Like, especially like the way that you lie to yourself, right? Like if you're just like, oh no, I'm not doing that because of this. Like, oh yeah, it's not because I'm scared to do it. It's just I don't want to do it. But inside, you know the real reason that you don't want to get on the roller coaster or whatever it happens to be. Here's one. Oh, like quitting your job, okay, or like starting a business. Oh yeah, I don't want to start that business because it's, you know, it's just not a good idea or it's not a good time. But like the truth of the matter is that you like are, this is not exactly what I'm trying to get at. That's true too, but the important part of what I'm trying to talk about is like when you're embarrassed about something, that whether you need to be embarrassed about it is another topic. But just even beyond that, the lies that you tell other people about why... I'm not doing a good job explaining this. Wait, what? I had all those credits. How come? Okay, let's try Shin Kazama. Oh, this starts me back on the same level. No, so what? What's the point of entering coins? Anyway. I have no motivation to play this game now that I got started back at the beginning. Well, let's see here. In fact, we'll go ahead and well, we'll play a little bit more. Play a little bit more, then we'll start to wind down the stream. What's on the old super? The old super. You know what we'll do? We'll do a little of that Secret of Mana, baby. See you, Marie. Dang it. Rubinsky. Durian pizza? Is that a thing? I have played Undertale. Undertale is fantastic. Fantastic game. See you, Francesco. Have a good one. Malto, thank you. Yeah, let's end the stream. Maybe we should just end it at 9. That's another 6 minutes from now. We have another 16 minutes. 6 or 16 minutes. Oh, Warren, you know it. Secret of Mana. Or Mana. Depending on how you would like to pronounce it. Oh, man, look at that artwork. Listen to that music, too. I'm not sure if it was this game or... This game and Chrono Trigger were... One of them became the other. Or vice versa or something. But it makes a lot of sense when you look at the main character design and then you look at Chrono's design. They're quite similar, actually. But one of these... Like, I think this game was originally supposed to be Chrono Trigger. And then they spun it off into its own game or made it part of the Seiken series. I'm not sure the exact... it's been a while since I read the article that explained all that, but apparently there was some interview that explained all of it. You got 5 more minutes. Well, for those of you who don't know what the 8 p.m. thing is about, there's $50 in the kitchen, $50 cash. And my mother can have that $50 cash if I eat after 8 p.m. But the reason is just for my health and well-being. But the way I enforce it is with that $50. I have watched Stranger Things. Not a huge fan. It was fine. I've only seen the first season, though. I think part of the problem was people hyped it up so much that when I finally watched it, I was like, that's it? And then instead of being pleasantly surprised like most people were, I was disappointed because that's all it was. I was like, oh. Then again, I'm not somebody who watched The Goonies when I was a kid. I saw The Goonies for the first time like 5 years ago. So I have no nostalgia or... you know, predisposition to that type of movie. If that makes any sense. See you later, Boops. Daraja Boops. Daraja Boops is a Star Wars character name. That's what it sounds like. This is a really weird game in that... Oh, first of all, this music. Incredible. This is one of the all-time greatest songs. It's weird. Is it objectively? Does objectively even exist? Like, in some sense it does, right? But for subjective things like music, taste, and preference, I don't think it actually does exist. Because I was about to say, is this objectively a good song? Or is it just because I grew up with it and it was my favorite song, one of my favorite songs growing up? I think that's also kind of irrelevant too, because the fact that it was one of my favorites, and I heard plenty of different types of music. It's not like the only music I could listen to was this. Anyways, what am I even talking about anymore? What was I saying? Oh, the sword swipes are really weird because you literally just have to wait until the sword gets back to 100%. And somehow, that's still satisfying. I don't know why. It's just another example of like the whole universe being a series of on and off. And having to wait to get back to the on position somehow makes the on position more exciting. Oh man, it's almost at 100. Oh, now it's not. So I did not abhor. Is it abhor or just abhor? Abhor? I don't know if the H is silent. I think it's with the H. Anyways, I didn't really dislike the remake they made for this game. But man, some people, they really did not like the remake. That being said, I didn't finish the remake, so I obviously didn't like it that much. But I thought it was perfectly fine. I mean, it was very clearly made on the cheap. And the remixes, I can understand why people didn't like those, but there's a series of albums called like SQ Chips, not SQ Chips, like Chill SQ, and they made like, anyways, they use lots of Japanese artists to do remixes for those albums, and then they did a lot of them for the remake of this game. I just watched a Commander Data episode today, actually. It was great. Actually, I haven't finished it yet. Oh man, Zero Escape, yeah. The whole Zero Escape series, fantastic. I could never play that on a stream because there's way too much reading, but it's a great game. Oh, that's a good point, Spalding. Just show you want somebody to watch, never hype it up to the extreme. Octob. I don't remember what I was talking about, but are there any Justin Bieber songs that I like? There's one that came out recently that was a dance song that I thought was good, but I can't remember what it was called. Anyway. You guys want to hear my origin story for this game? This game, there was a local grocery store here called Marsh. It was a chain, but a local chain. And you could rent video games. And I don't know if it was like this at every grocery store, but at the video game rental section, just like this little inlet, this little alcove. And they had the empty boxes wrapped in plastic, and then they had a little tab, a plastic tab. And if there was a plastic tab in the empty box, it was kind of like on the outside. There's like a sleeve that they put the plastic tab in. And they would be color-coded. So like they'd have a blue sticker or a red sticker or whatever, and that indicated the price. But if the tab was in there, that means you could rent it, and they had copies available. So you pull the tab out, and you take it to the little thing, and then you'd rent it. Anyways, we rented this game many times. We loved it every time. And the last time we rented it, we got up to the point where you cast a spell on the little orb, and then it takes you to the next section of the game. And then eventually you get to like the spring section where you have to go around into the different sections in the proper order. I think that's what I'm I think that comes after the orb. In any case, I just remember we got to that point, and like the revelation of getting to there was just such a revelation. It was just so mind-blowing that so much of this game existed, and it was just like opening. It was like I don't know, it's just like such a sense of discovery. It was just a game, right? But the fact that it existed just blew my mind. And then after that, we decided to buy it. I've definitely told this story sometime before. We decided to buy it. We went to Glendale Mall, which is a mall that actually still exists here. And there was an electronics boutique. Was that electronics boutique? Yeah, that was definitely electronics boutique. And they had the last copy of Secret of Mana. So it was just the display copy. So they had to get the game and put it in the box that they had sitting out. It was still in great shape. I still have that copy. It was super expensive though. It's like $79, maybe 69. That's probably 79. Super Nintendo games are super expensive. That's why we hadn't bought it before, because it's so expensive. But anyways, right after we bought that game, that was their last copy, they decided to do a restock. And the restock price was like $49.99 or $39.99. Like, damn it. We took the bullet so somebody else could buy it for cheaper. It doesn't matter now. Like, good God. $80 in the scheme of things was a steal for how many years I've owned this game and how many times I've played it. God, when you think about that, money is such a... It's like impossible to think about money rationally. Like tonight, I bought a pizza for $11, right? And that's like, oh yeah, that's nothing. But then when you think about it, that's just one meal, you're like, oh, maybe that's a lot. But then you think about like, oh yeah, if a game goes on sale for like $11, you're like, oh man, now I'm gonna buy it. But you're like, you just bought a pizza for $11 like it was nothing. Do you really care about $11? But then at some point, yeah, you do have to start caring, because a $4,000 camera is a lot of pizzas. Man, that's crazy. It's literally worth more than my car. Good God, what am I gonna do? Well, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sell all my stuff, but it's a lot of money. Oh, you were talking about whether that song was objectively good. Okay, I see. Yeah. But see, with songs, though, can you even say that there's such a thing as cold, hard facts? Like, if it's somebody's favorite song ever, to them, it's objectively a good song. You can say it's objectively not complex or didn't take an especially high amount of talent to learn or play or whatever. But the actual quality of the song... Well, I guess you can still make an objective comparison in quality if you use certain parameters. Like, is everything played on the beat? Is it played in tune? But like, all pop music is played on the beat and is in tune. Like, it's very refined in that sense. It's always got good production values if it makes it onto the radio. I don't know. It's also kind of a moot point. It really doesn't matter. It's like... It's just not that interesting of a thought for me to be saying like, oh yeah, is a song objectively good or not? And it's like, who cares? Like sometimes, like there was that book, What I Think About When I Think About Running. That's such a funny title. I gotta reread that book. I read that way before I ever started running myself, but it's by this Japanese author named Haruki Murakami. Apparently this dude does like ultra marathons and marathons, and anyways, in the book he just talks about his experience with that. But that title's really funny because that's like kind of the Western experience, right? It's just thinking about thinking. And I mean like in the philosophical sense, not like the general sense. See you, Octoby. Probably already missed you, but thanks for coming. Maybe it was What Do You Mean? Do you mostly play retro games? Only on streams. I mean, I play retro games in general, yeah, but on streams, I've pretty much only played retro games recently. Yeah. Death Stranding, oh my god, dude. Death Stranding was like, it put its hooks in me and then... No, the funny thing is that it's not even 4,000 because it shoots in 4K. The camera I have now, like, you can get a camera for... Man, you can get a camera for like... How much was that G7? 360 bucks? That'll do 4K. And good 4K too. We need oh, that's what we need. Yeah, these things. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I don't have enough? Shouldn't have bought the stupid candy. What a fool I am. Okay, actually, let's save and then we'll end for the day. What? I want to sleep in the bed, man. There we go. Yeah. I figured you were joking when you said $4,000 in 4K res, but I just also thought it was funny that it's like, that's not even what's special about it. Well, I think you probably knew that too. Anyways, my brain's not functioning properly. It's time to save the backup RAM. The autosave was already on. That's good. Okay. Let me just make sure I got all the chat. 6 minutes and 16 minutes have both passed. Yeah, it's time to end. Okay. What? There was one more thing I was talking about. What was I talking about? I don't remember. Okay, but thank you guys for watching today. Hope you have a good one. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah. I wonder if that'll just... Yeah, it did. Okay. There you go, guys. You can watch me and Andrew play the same games. Thanks to Trinko finding it. Okay, but yeah, thank you, everybody. Have a good one. I will definitely try Witcher 3 at some point. I actually tried it, but only for a little bit. Okay, cool. All right, have a good one, everybody. I will see you next time.